Alright guys, welcome back to Guitar Tech Adventures, and today this is an emergency episode because we just found out this morning that Metallica is going to be headlining the Sphere, and they're going to have like a somewhat of a residency in the month of October or 2026. So let's dive into it. Alright, so let me start by saying Metallica always does like specific shows. As you can see in here, we have the M72, right? I went to that show when they came to LA. I think it was like 2, 3 years ago, and the experience was amazing. Now, it is a pretty penny. You have to. It's an experience, like I said. Um, for being such a large show, I got tickets for the Snake Pit, and they were expensive. I don't remember how much I spent, but at least $1,500, give or take. Um, but it was the best concert experience I've ever had, and a few different reasons. One, I was really close. Sometimes when you were seeing them play, the stage was right here, so you would see them right there. And if you have time, go to the channel. I have a bunch of stuff, a bunch of videos that I made, shorts and pictures and things like that that I added to the channel, as far as part of the videos that I took on that specific concert. But that brings us to the Sphere shows. I was looking for pre-sale codes and artist pre-sale and things like that. Now, let me tell you something about these Sphere shows. These are gonna be the most expensive shows you've seen from on the Metallica side of things. Let me see if I can get some of the information, get all the info. Okay, so we have the little trailer here, which is really cool. Okay, so I've been hearing about this show for about 2 years now, that they're gonna do somewhat of a residency in the Sphere. The tour or the residency is gonna be called Life Burns Faster. It starts on the 1st and the 3rd. Now, this is no repeat weekends, which means they're gonna play one set list on Thursday and the second set list on Saturday. And there's no repeated songs. The best value is to get the both tickets. You get two different concerts, two different experiences. And if you are in the floor or the pit, you should be able to find your way around on the second show and get to the spot where you wanted to be. So it's kind of like a learning experience. At least that's how I took it last time. So there's travel packages that are pretty pricey. I think they are like about what? They start at like $2,500, I think, and it has a 3 night stay in one of the hotels. So that's kind of cool. But this is the schedule. So let's start with the schedule. October 1st and 3rd, which is the one that I'm gonna try to go, and I'll do some content for the channel and all that good stuff. So we'll keep you guys updated with everything. So 15, 17, 22nd, 24th, 29th, 31st. Okay, let's look at the enhanced experiences. So this is when it gets crazy. So meet and greet right now is running for $5,500. Now, when I did go to the concert, I think it was 3 years ago in LA, the meet and greet was around 27 to 3,000. So these meet and greets keep getting more and more and more expensive. Um, it comes with a bunch of different things. So, for example, you get a ticket for the Snake Pit, which is okay. It's a given because you're buying the most expensive um, experience they're offering. right? You get to meet the band, which is only two members of the band. Usually it's Lars and Kirk, Rob and Kirk, or Lars and Robert. James does not do these. I believe it's because a lot of people were doing like trauma dumping every time they saw him, because obviously he's the frontman. He's the one that has the lyrics, writes songs, sings, the one that you normally connect with, right? So he doesn't do them anymore, and kind of sucks because you kind of like expect to meet everyone, especially James being one of my childhood heroes or biggest influences in guitar, and one of the reasons why I do everything that I do in music, specifically guitar tech. My love for guitars came from Metallica. So this package include the ticket for the Snake Pit, the meet and greet experience with two band members. They won't tell you who until the day of. You're basically gonna show up and then they're gonna be there. You take one picture with Metallica on the stage, which is awesome. Access to black box experiences. This is basically like photo ops. So they have like somewhat of a Metallica museum, and they've been doing this since the Death Magnetic tour, which I bought an experience for that, and that one I think it was like $700, and I think that was like super expensive, but I got that one. They also give you food, and the black box experience is not inside the venue this time around. It's outside somewhere, which is gonna be some of like the pop-up stuff that they have been doing when they go on tour. I remember when they came to LA, I went to a pop-up experience store where they were selling all the merch. So I got a few posters and I got a bunch of stuff there. It was really cool because they have a bunch of shirts, and I got to wear them going to the concert as well. It has one limited edition poster design by Metallica at the Sphere, which honestly, that's really cool because that poster, I remember when they came to LA for the Death Magnetic tour, I was in the pit in the Rose Bowl and I lost the poster. I lost it. It was just so crazy in the Rose Bowl. So that's kind of cool. I kept the one for SoFi. I think I bought them. I didn't get some because I didn't get to buy it on time because that was a purchase because I didn't have the Snake Pit package, or at least the meet and greet. So this time around they give it to you. One autographed set list featuring all of the songs playing on both shows. That's kind of cool. One limited edition Metallica Yeti. I got that last time too. MP3 download. They've been doing that for years now. And on-site perks including has experience check-in and a dedicated host team. So this is the most expensive experience they offer right now. You get to meet the band, and they give you food. They give you drink vouchers. I think it's 3 per show. And also you have like a separate entrance, separate, experience, which is really cool. Let's go into the Snake Pit. This is comparable to what I did last time when they came to LA. So the Snake Pit in this show is $2,200. Like I said, in LA on the M72, I think it was like 15 or 13, something like that. Same thing includes a black box experience, which is basically like a metallic museum photo op. You get to, play some of the guitars that they play, but they don't because they're not really their guitars. The drum set is basically Lars's drum set, one of the many that he has. But the guitars, I know a lot about Metallica guitars. There's a few of them that are pretty cool. They're in there, and you can put your headphones on and you can actually play, which is really cool. And you can take pictures with the album covers. I remember they had Ride the Lightning electric chair there, and they had also the Master of Puppets and the M72 cover, and you can just like walk in and take a picture with the photo op. Same thing with this, includes everything but the meet and greet in the separate, it does have a separate area. And what else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right. So that's the second most expensive. Now this one is an enhanced reserve 2-day experience, one ticket in the 100 section and 200 level, $1,700 for that. What does that include? The Yeti drinkware, MP3, and enhanced experiences dedicated to a dedicated host team. So yeah, so it's kind of like the same thing. 3 drinks as well. I guess they give you that. Okay, but it's like what, like 1750. It's crazy. All right, so Super Fun Reserve 2-day package, 750. I think this is at 300 level. Wow, that's 750 for the 300 level. Now, granted, the sphere is completely different than being in a stadium or an arena. This thing has like a full screen from the bottom all the way to the top. So, from what I've heard and seen on previous videos with other bands have been there, this place is, there's no bad seats basically. But still, 750 and you're all the way up there. Okay, first entry, general admission 2-day package. 1250, one general admission, drinkware, on-site perks, as experience, a dedicated host team for priority line into the venue before general doors. Okay, perfect. And then these are the dates. I believe the pre-sales go out on, they start March 2nd. Actually, let's see Full House. Full House is all of them. Okay, so Full House Sphere 2026. One general admission ticket with first entry for as many shows as you want to attend at the Sphere in 2026 per Full House ticket type. So this one is 2,700. Interesting. 2,700, and you can go as many shows. It's general admission, so you're there for the music, you're there for that. There's not that much of an experience per se, but that depends on what you're looking for. But 2,700 bucks is not bad. They're doing how many? 1, 2, 4. I think they're doing like 8, 10 shows. So let's see, 8 shows, 8 shows, and you can go in there for 2,700 bucks. You can go to each of them, if I'm not mistaken. So 2,700 divided by 8, it's about $350, $340 per ticket. Let's see, Metallica, Live Burns Faster, Full House ticket purchase that gives you access to as many of the band's Sphere dates as you can attend. Not bad. Not bad at all. That's 340, and you can go as many days. Let's see how much is the single day experience. Sneak pit for 1 day is 1,100, 50% basically. Enhanced reserved single day 900, 450 for a single day in the 300 level. General admission 625 for 1 day, and then this one was between 100 and 200 level, $900. All right, so I've been seeing Metallica since 1999. That was my first concert. I was 17 and it was in Chile. That's where I'm from. And I remember having to ask my mom and do a bunch of chores to get that ticket. But then beyond that, I think I saw them the next time. It was in 2003. I think it was like Summer Sanitarium tour. I think that was the first concert that I saw. 2003. Yeah, that's when San Anger came out, around that time. And then after that, I saw them again in Fort Lauderdale, I think, in a few different places when I lived in the East Coast in Florida. And then the most concerts that I've seen of them has been since I've been in California. Um, if you're a Metallica fan, it's gonna be worth the money. It's a it's a one-off, basically. It's the Sphere. People were paying crazy prices for the Backstreet Boys and for the Dead. Um, so yeah, I mean, this is no different. It's a specific experience more than just a concert. It's not just them going to, a theater and a stage and then just playing. No, this is a whole production. So I'm debating whether to get another Snake Pit pass or, man, just bite the bullet and meet them. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Gotta see what my finances look like. But definitely, I'm excited to go over there because it's gonna be Thursday, day off. I think it's Saturday. Those are the shows. So I'm excited because I will go to Vegas. I'm gonna go to one of these shows. My goal is to go to the first show that they're gonna have. There's a week in between the first show, the second, and the third one. It's a week in between. So I want to go to that one, and then I will do a bunch of content. I'm just talking myself into the scenarios where I actually get to meet them, which will be really cool. But who knows? Very excited. I love it. I love when they come back around close enough where I can go see them. I don't like the money I spend. That's my personal opinion. I don't like spending the money, but once that I spend it, it's fun. It's great. It's basically going back to when I was 14 years old, listening to these songs and playing them on my guitar, and then thinking that I was James or I was Kirk playing them, and dreaming about, having my own band and being successful like that, and the drive and the songs and the lyrics and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I can talk all day, all night about Metallica, but that's kind of like what I'm at with this. So let me know in the comments. If you're excited, let me know in the comments. If you're not excited, let me know in the comments. If you like Metallica, same. If you don't, I get it. It's not for everyone. But yeah, very excited, super motivated, and let's get to it. I'll be seeing you guys in another Guitar Tech adventure. Later.